My name is Nogwanda Mtia, and welcome to my channel. Okay, so today is day two of the consistency challenge, my consistency challenge of posting every day for 100 days. So actually, actually was thinking, I shouldn't post today, I'll post tomorrow because I've been doing so many things today. I had like a very long to do list. Even as I was writing it in the morning, my brother was just like, "You got all that stuff to do?" I was like, "Yes, man." So I'm still doing stuff, right? I'm literally washing clothes. The time is, I think it's because I'm using my phone to record, so I can't really see the time. The time, last time I checked, it was 11:30 p.m. and I'm washing clothes. Um, our washing machine is outside, and then I'm gonna hang them on the line. So I was just like, let me finish the clothes and then go sleep. And then I watched a video, like a YouTube short. This lady was talking about how she has all these things that she needs to do for 75 of her clients, or her subscribers, or something along those lines. She's just like, I'm gonna make sure I pack all these boxes all night. And I was just like, oh my gosh, people are out here doing stuff. They're not going to sleep. Um, and they're doing stuff. And I was just like, it's just posting my day two video on my 100-day challenge. And as we know, the first 100 videos are mine. They are minor. Anyway, so day two. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be talking about. So as when I watched that video from Glow, she's talking about how, the first 100 videos were for herself and she was learning herself and how to articulate and how to get her point across. So I was thinking, okay, what was the big thing that I felt like I was always being pushed to post on YouTube, get myself out there in front of people? What did I want to do? What did I want to achieve? What was the big goal? Why did I feel the constant need to, you know um, that skipping game where you're about to go in, you're like, "Eh, eh." And I've been doing that for like years now. Um, but the big reason why I wanted to be on YouTube and I wanted to just give information and um, encourage people, show people, tell people twos and things like that. Because when I'm out and I meet people, I talk to people, and I talk about things that I'm learning or things that I'm seeing within the business space, within the personal development space, within the relationship space. Their expressions are always just like, I never knew that. Or they're like, what? And I started thinking, wait, so all the stuff that I'm watching, people are not watching? Um, and I understand that all the stuff that I'm watching, of course, people are not exactly watching the stuff that I'm watching because of algorithms. But I always just have this thing that, people are the same and we all sort of do the same things. That's like my fallback. Someone's just like, people know, they know. But as I meet people out on the streets and I tell them stuff or I give them information, I'm just like, some people don't know. So I was just like, when I talk to someone and I'd give them information and they'd be so grateful, I was just like, man, how do I get to more people? So of course, I've always wanted to speak at schools and help young people about different topics. But of course, the topics that I think I'm the most passionate about is personal development, business, and relationships. Yeah, those are the big three. That's the big three. I think, not even think, I know that all three of these topics and points are like extremely related, and it's if you do, let's say, I think personal development is first, and then business and relationships are sort of in line, but personal development, relationships, business, sort of. And if you get yourself together in the personal development space, like changing your mindset, thinking a different way, maturing, learning new things, increasing your vocabulary by reading, it all sort of trickles down, not trickles down, trickles up. Because when you go on a journey of personal development, your relationships get better, you do better in business. So the reason why I was always so passionate about, I guess, those three topics. Oh my gosh, how could I forget about the most important topic? Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Well, I don't know if Jesus Christ is a topic necessarily, because like he's everything. Yeah, I always say this. I say Jesus Christ is the model answer. I mark papers, and when you mark papers, you get the question paper, and then you get like the answer sheets, which is like the model answer. So when you're marking papers, you mark papers according to the model answer. So I always say that Jesus Christ is the model answer to all of the questions in the world. Every question under the sun, Jesus Christ is the answer. So yeah, that's like, I mean, everywhere. He in personal development, he in business, he in relationships. So he in the things. Okay. So why I was extremely passionate about these three topics is because I just, when I'd be outside and I'd look at people, I'd see people and see people that are unhappy, I'd just be like, if you could just take the time to just sit with yourself and go through it's not the 12 steps, but go through the personal development steps and just be like a better you, and be on a journey of discovering what you like and why you on this earth, what you were created for. Because everyone has a gift. Everyone has a gift in certain things, and where other people don't have it. Sometimes gifts as different as, like, you could be like super gifted, like, for example, let's say you are a honest person. Like, everyone knows that you never lie. Like, you can't do it. You physically cannot. That's a gift. And when you harness that gift and you learn more about it, and you could start using it within your workspace. Like, maybe you could have a job where you could never, like, you have to always say the truth, and they need people that are honest for that position or whatever it is. And you would be the perfect candidate because it's already your gift. And I just feel like that's what life is about, discovering yourself. And then when you've discovered yourself and you've discovered your gift that you already have, and you've harnessed it and you've worked on it, then you need to go outside and gift the world with your gift. But I think a lot of the times people don't take the time to sit down with themselves and figure out their gifts, figure out their purposes and what they want to do in life, even if it may not be a gift in the beginning, but it can grow to be a gift. uh it's just a lot of confused people are out there, and when you're confused, you are extremely frustrated, and when you are frustrated, you are miserable, and when you are miserable, you want other people to be miserable around you. Misery loves company. Sometimes it's not necessarily that you want other people to be miserable around you, but misery is like contagious. So you could be miserable, and it's like if someone comes into your space, you don't know how to get out of that misery. So then you just sort of pour your misery to someone else, then they get miserable because you're miserable. So you gave them this like miserable disease. Yeah, so I've just been seeing like sometimes the answer is so simple. It's just like, okay, let's just take a step back. Let's look at ourselves. Let's just go back to the basics. Let's go back to the manual. Let's go back to the foundation. What does the manual say? What am I created for? So that's what I wanted my channel to be about. To help people by showing them my process, because this lady was living in team confusion, and I was so frustrated for many years, and I was angry, and I was taking it out on the people closest to me, and I didn't know what was up and or down. And because I'm a Jesus girly, there's this verse in the Bible that verse irked me in that extreme time of confusion, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, and I just was frustrated and miserable. And the verse, I'm paraphrasing, the verse goes, "A double-minded man receives nothing," and it's like I would be confused and miserable, and then that verse would also add, because I'm like, fudge, I'm double-minded. Like, of course I'm not gonna receive anything, and then I get more miserable because I'm just like, make a decision. What are you doing with your life? So I was just like, war. I think I want to have a channel where I help people and we sort of build a community where we all sort of hold each other's hands and we take the 12 steps to get to, the heights of knowing yourself, knowing your gift, knowing your purpose, living an intentional life, and um, all of that in turn trickling up to better relationships and doing better in business. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so pumped. Oh, man, I'm so pumped. Okay, so today, yeah, was day 2. That's the end of day 2 of my posting consistently on YouTube. Yeah, that's it. Peace to you. I'm looking like